Another thing I'm going to say really quick as to why the federal government persecuted me is because I went online and said that I was looking for my biological father. So this is why the federal government got involved. The woman who had... Stop playing with me. The woman who had me when I was a kid worked for the Pentagon, and she worked for the Department of Education, and she worked for the Department of Homeland Security. And her husband also was a United States Marine Corps veteran. He retired as a gunnery sergeant, and he was a police officer too from the Pentagon. They're not my biological parents. Yeah. Yeah. So they took me out of Chicago. My biological mother, she didn't get permission from my father. She told my father that I had died. That she had miscarried me. She did not miscarry me. Not only that, my hypothesis is that she also was pregnant with my brother 2 years before me. She told my father she had miscarried him too. But the second time she told that lie, he didn't believe her. He didn't believe her. So I think I have an older brother. I think I have an older brother that's also missing, and I'm looking for my older brother too. So I took a DNA test. I took an ancestry DNA test and found out that my biological mother is actually white and Spanish. She's not really black. She's white and Spanish. My biological father is Mayan. He's Creole. His side comes from the name of Kelly, Mayweather, Garland, Windsor. Her side, my mother's side, is Peabody, Garcia, and Martinez. So when the federal government saw me go online and say that I asked God, I said, Lord, which parent can I trust? Which parent is the betrayer? So I went online and I was like, okay, Lord, let me just test this out. I'll give $1,000 reward to whoever knows who my mother is. The police came instantly. I said, my mother is the betrayer. My mother is the betrayer. Not only that, I hate her so much, y'all. I hate my biological mother so much. Because my biological mother set me up. She set my father up and she set my brother up. I hate her with all my heart, y'all. Because my biological mother signed the adoption papers for closed adoption. And she has the FBI, she has the federal government, and she has people trying to protect her so that people do not find out that she contracted HIV. Oh my, I hate her so much, y'all. I hate her so much. I'm not going to lie to you. God has been revealing some things to me about her, but I have to wait on God's timing for him to reveal the truth of who she is. My biological father, I am looking for him. I'm looking for him because he got set up. My mother lied and said that my father had raped her, and he didn't. He did not rape her. My mother lied and said, and she knew that if they saw me, that if they knew that I was his daughter, that everyone would know that she lied and that he never raped her. My biological father never raped my mother. My biological mother lied and said that my father had raped her, that he assaulted her, and he beat her. Now, let's tell the truth. My biological mother was doing drugs while she was pregnant with me and my brother, and my father beat her because he was trying to stop her from doing drugs. That's why he hated her, because he thought that my brother and I had died. He thought that my brother and I had died because she was doing drugs while pregnant. No, she put us up for adoption twice. And I'm going to be even more honest with you. I think she got 2 more by a different man. But as for me and my brother, who belonged to my father, she lied and said that she had miscarried us because she was doing drugs while she was pregnant with us. But we didn't die. So now that I've gotten older, I'm dealing with the federal government who is trying to stop me from getting to my biological father. This is how I knew that this was the craziest thing, y'all. I was in the same jail system as R. Kelly last year. That's how I knew that the federal government was involved. Now, why is R. Kelly and me in the same Eastern Carolina jail system at the same time in 2002? I'm not making this up. In 2023, R. Kelly was 2 hours away from me in jail. The same time I paid my bail. Now, y'all know growing up, I used to love R. Kelly's music. I shouldn't have been listening to it, but like I even danced to R. Kelly's music in Chicago at Marquette Park at a talent show. It was my idea that we would dance to Step in the Name of Love. Step in the Name of Love used to be my song when I was a little girl. That's how I knew when I was talking to God. I said, God, I used to listen to R. Kelly music all the time. That's how I knew that the federal government was involved. That's impossible. I am not as famous as R. Kelly. R. Kelly is the king of R&B. He is the king of R&B. Don't push my hand like that. He's the king of R&B. How did the king of R&B and me, this United States Marine Corps veteran, oh, by the way, the Marines helped the federal government do this to me. I guess because they got angry that they were so racist to me while I was inside the Marines. And they got angry that I prospered when I left. So they helped the federal government target me in New Bern. Anyway, so how did I end up in the same prison system as R. Kelly in 2023 when R. Kelly is the king of R&B? Now, out of all people, why was Precious Diamond Sandrea changing her last name? Because Chessier is not my biological last name. My mother did that on purpose so that my biological father would never find me. How did I end up in the same prison system as R. Kelly in 2023? Oh, because the federal government did that. But why? Why, federal government? Why did Bangladesh block my music? Oh, it's because my mother's there. Why did Bangladesh block my music? Why did the police come when I said I was looking for my mother? Oh, it's because my mother saw it online and called down. And why did you have me in... Oh, it's because my mother doesn't want my father to know that I'm his biological daughter. Because then the entire world would know that she set my father up. And I want you all to know that I'm in my sound mind. And I'm not claiming that anybody is my father. That's not. I'm not claiming that anybody is my father. I'm not. I promise you. My name is Precious Diamond Sandrea Chessier. I'm in my right mind, okay? To God be the glory. Precious Diamond Sandrea Chessier, allegedly born April 30th, 1996. I'm 28 years old. I'm in my sound mind. This video is at 7 minutes and 51 seconds. I'm in my sound mind. Now, why would my mother watch my video online and call a Freemason, and a Freemason call another Freemason, a Freemason call another Freemason, a Freemason call it? It's because you didn't want my father to know that his lost daughter has been found.